Okay.
I'll teach you the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
We know Sugar is the that we've been
Oh,
doing.
that's
our
what
new
we do
can
now.
bit.
Let's hear it.
So it's like, but it's like a crescendo. It's like,
Okay.
So it's kind of like the aha moment.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like when someone, like, say you meet like a drag queen and they're lying about their fake cheeks. And they're
that's
like, "Girl,
everybody."
are those real? And they're like, yeah. And then you go,
Oh,
kind of like,
me.
like it's kind of like wink, wink, like haha.
Yeah,
funny.
I get it. Yeah. Usually I just go. Yeah.
That's easier.
Hello, it's Bianca Del Rio, and welcome back to The Pit Stop, where we recap all things RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 8. And today I'm excited for our show because joining me are two queens who trotted into our lives and our hearts on season 15 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Please welcome Sugar and Spice. Hi!
We made it.
You made it. Not on the show, because you both lost, but you made it here today.
I thought it was gonna be at least a few minutes in. Oh, okay.
No.
We're
This is
starting.
how it is. You're at. We'll try it again. Let's pretend that we're doing the re-intro. Okay. It's Sugar and Spice.
Hi.
Welcome. How are you two today?
Fresh out of the box, just like Shangela.
Yeah, just
We like
cool,
that.
shiny hard plastic.
You know what's sad about that box Shangela was in? I think it would have been far more effective if they wouldn't have put holes in it.
Ooh.
Right.
Oh, because
Can you
of her
imagine?
stench?
Right.
Or...
No, just open a box and a dead body. Now that,
Oh,
that will get you an
oh.
Emmy. Well, I have to ask you both, what has your life been like?
I feel like my life hasn't changed. It's just my makeup went down from being like 8 hours to do to now to 3.
This is good.
Yes,
So we're elevating.
progress.
We're elevating. That is an improvement.
I would say life has been crazy, but it's always crazy with Sugar and Spice. You know, it's always crazy, always
Speak for
chaotic, always
Okay.
iconic. So, well, sometimes iconic, but yeah.
Now, I have to ask, since you two were here, this is your first time at the Pit Stop, but I'm wondering if you were watching the Pit Stop during season 15, because all of us here did love you both.
Oh, sweetie, that's the only way we were keeping up. I already had the attention span of a fly, so the pit stop was easier. Y'all just do the highlights.
Yeah, we do the highlights, yeah.
But I will say, y'all coming up with all the pepper, the paprika, that was better than I can do.
Pepper does not know the words herself.
Oregano really thought she did something
She
there.
really did. Paprika had no idea what was going on.
Peppercorn was gagging herself.
Oh, please. Cinnamon needs to stop.
Like, Clove really did not do it for me that time.
Not.
So I'm the biggest fraud over here. My name is Spice. I can't name a damn Spice. So someone had to do it. So thank God.
Glad you two are here because we are talking fashion, and it actually is a conventional look challenge where they have to create looks out of things in the grocery store. And we can find both of you in the grocery store.
Literally, my narcissistic ass, I walk into the grocery store, I'm like, ooh, the sugar section. And I'm like, I think it's for me, but really it's like, no, bitches just like need their sugar.
Yeah.
You know?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Remind me to never go shopping with these.
Oh, no.
But honestly, we worked in grocery stores all throughout high school and college.
Wait. You know what's impressive about that? You went to college.
I know. Well, I stopped after 2 years.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So yeah.
Yeah.
That explains it.
Oh.
Oh, see how she's getting
I
it.
saw that, yeah.
Oh, she's quick. Okay.
So many of us enjoyed your looks on season 15. So we're
debatable.
here today to talk about fashion. Are you ready to get into this?
Let's get into
Ready as I'll ever be.
Let's do it. In last week's episode, Naysha Lopez became the second queen to sashay away. But we'll get to see all of Naysha's looks thanks to this fame game twist. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, thank God, because we are two of Naysha Lopez's biggest fans.
Yes, I
So
love
thank
her.
God we got to see her outfits because I'm obsessed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here's a chance not only to get to showcase your clothes, you get a chance to win $50,000, you know? And you know drag is not cheap, unless we're talking about Lala Ree. Last week, we also started to see more alliances forming. Heidi, for example, is in 2. So what are each of your thoughts on the All-Stars alliances?
Well, thank God. Because you know what? I feel like it gets boring when everyone's getting along. I'm foreseeing some mess with the alliances. Someone's gonna be loose-lipped because it kind of felt like they were shouting that they were in a alliance.
They were like, well, my alliance. I'm like, girl, like.
I should have started with this. You know what alliance means, right?
I asked her, I was like, wait,
Okay.
so this means they're not voting for each other.
But here is Heidi now in her second alliance. Now that's pretty shady.
The greedy bottom.
That is. Do you think this is gonna work against her a little later?
Absolutely not. It's not gonna work out, but for us it will. It'll be entertaining. Not for her, for us, yes.
Now Kahana went from being the winner in week 1 to the bottom 2. What do you think Kahana is thinking right now?
Well, she's probably hoping, like, I don't want these girls to think it was a fluke. Like, I really am good.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I don't really believe in flukes. I think we're all equally untalented, delusional enough to pretend like
the runways are purely just for your own art, for the fans to love it. I don't think it really matters when it comes to like if you bomb the challenge, your sickening runway look is not gonna get you by.
Basically, that's for the audience to show your aesthetic, your style, who you are, what your voice is as a queen. Because I feel like with the judges, it's like, girl, we don't really care about all that. Like, that's cute. Because if you say, like, you're sweet, like, she's like yelling about the audience. But then my whole thing was, I was like, so what is the old I go down, there she is singing Adele. And hilarious Ross Matthews. I'm sure
like propaganda.
When they were writing that on the birth certificate, they were like, he's gonna be hilarious.
It's my job to reel Sugar in after her tangents, kind of like I reeled you in her lips.
You know what? Cinderella's the original drag queen. She had her fairy godmother come in, she gave her hips.
Our mantra, we always say, like, life should be so easy and so fun.
It's a feeling, and your energy, I feel like we're in 7th grade right now. You know, we're like talking about the girls, we're gossiping.
I feel like, no, we're the kids' table, and you're coming, and we're like having fun at the kids. We're all at, we're the kids' table.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Something.
Thanksgiving.
Okay. You know what's funny? I sat here for 5 minutes and I have no idea what we just talked about.
Trying to find the brain.
Neither do we.
I found nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But that's good.
But it wasn't bad.
You leave empty-handed.
There you. Okay.
It's like walking up into a room when you're looking for a brush and then you don't get the brush and you walk downstairs and you're like, why did I go up there? For no reason.
Okay. You know what's gonna happen is that tonight I'm gonna be back at the hotel and I'm gonna go, walking up to get a brush.
Yeah.
That's something you don't see on a Hallmark car.
And you're gonna find the brush and you're gonna go,
Oh.
Sugar.
Sugar famously asked everyone if they were Porch or bike people.
If they're a what?
You asked everyone if they were, what did you ask?
I felt the target on our back in a sense, so I go,
Oh wait, the first day when you were on season.
When we walked in, the girls were like, ooh. And I was like, how do I subconsciously, but also consciously, get the attention off of us? Just act crazy. So I was like, are you a Porch person or a bike person?
The questions people need to know.
A Porch person
Or a bike person?
or a bike person?
Because it's very revealing. Are you a Porch or bike person?
Oh, well, I can't ride a Porch.
When you wake up in the
I don't
morning,
have to put air in my porch.
But like, would you rather sit on a porch and eat your coffee, or would you rather like be on a bike and eat your coffee and like?
I would rather sit on my uncle, because I mean, I'm used to it.
Oh.
So talk to me. Your porch and bike.
Right, like if you're a bike person, you're very adventurous.
Bike is movement.
Movement, you're gonna wake
Okay,
up, you're
I
on the
love
go.
a movement,
Okay,
especially
yeah.
after the coffee on my porch.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Porch,
'cause,
I
you
feel
know,
like you're more peaceful, you're more serene.
you wanna like look at the neighbors go
Yes.
by, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, what a nice morning. Yeah.
I see. So it's either adventure
Yes.
or sitting still.
Yes.
Oh, I like to
yes.
do both depending on the day. Yeah, because sometimes I like to sit still and watch the people go by, and sometimes I like to be that person on the bike riding by going, F your lawn looks like So it really depends on the day.
I would love for you to be my neighbor.
Oh, honey, you can't afford to be in mine.
Oh, well.
Sugar, catching strays.
It is. Now, are you a porch person?
You know,
We
these
need
are
to
the
know.
important things.
We need to know.
Yeah, we need to know. Okay. Y'all are killing me today. Okay, Jimbo, who was last week's challenge winner, and the majority of the queens chose Naysha to go. But both Jessica and Kasha had voted Kahana out. Is Kahana going to remember that? Because they all say there's no bad blood, but you know she's
There
like,
always is.
Yeah.
Her seeing who chose her lipstick, it's kind of like when you're on Tinder and like you're being revealed who swipes left on you. Like you probably shouldn't see. Like I don't want to know who rejected me. Like I just
you don't want to know?
No. I think being naive is a beautiful quality.
Ignorance.
I want to know. I want to find that bitch and spit on her grave. It's like, it's okay to vote nonchalantly and you're supposed to figure it out later, but I think I want to know who it is so I can go, I see what you really think.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask you two, do you think that a queen should vote the way that they think the group is going to vote, or do you think that they should go out on a limb and do something a little different like Kasha did?
Always go out on a limb and do what you want, I
And
think.
trust your own instinct.
Yes.
Agreed.
Our rule of thumb when it comes to our little world, it's like you never answer the question, you know? Like, be different.
The next morning, James is wearing a gray hanky, a little handkerchief around her neck, which is code for bondage. What do you think of that?
I don't think of that, actually.
don't.
I don't. What?
Drag queens
this-
doing bondage work. we'll leave it at home.
Yeah, and also it's just too much information, James. You know, when I see her, I just want to take that little rope and just go like that around her neck.
Because
she's pull that hanky
she's
tight.
so like cutesy and like very sugar.
And those are the ones you gotta watch. You're
You
sitting
know
back
what?
thinking she's a bike person. No, she's a porch
Porch
bitch.
person.
That's what
She's
she
laying
is.
out,
On the
legs
sun
open.
deck on the porch.
Right.
We're on to it. Did you notice that Heidi has been safe for every episode so far? But now she's saying she wants to be in her top era.
I actually think you started the
Yes,
era thing on the show.
We went, people were like, wait, Spice started the era thing. Because I was like, girls, hello, I'm in my top era. And then they all wanted to copy.
Oh.
And now
Oh.
it's Mistress's brand being in an era, so we're.
Okay, look, do me a favor. Look to this camera right there and tell the world that you originated and what you really thought of Mistress. Go ahead.
Well, I would like to say that Mistress is a fat and those were old maiden shoes. She was unqualified to wear. The girls, I get it.
Oh, this is the line of reference. I was like, sweetie, what are you talking about?
And what was I actually supposed to say?
You originated.
Oh, I want it to be known that I started the era thing on the show. Look back, look at the material.
Roll the tapes.
Roll the tapes back. Miss Spice started the eras. Spice Dom Top era entering right now.
Thank you for clearing that up for us. Now, Ru enters the workroom and announces that for the Maxi Challenge this week, the queens will be participating in the supermarket ball featuring 3 looks. Legendary, Queen of the Dairy Aisle, Fruity Patootie, I don't need to describe that, and Supermarket Supermodel, which is a look they have to make in the workroom from items in a supermarket. Now, what do you two think of this challenge?
Supermarkets, actually, that's where I discovered my love for transformation. The girls would be like swiping and, you know, what is that called when you scan? Oh, scanning something, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And then like Becky from Meats or like Pam from Deli would come on my line and I was like, there's a supermodel in her.
Oh.
But I was like, she just needs a little
Zhuzhing.
A little sugar and spice.
A little
Together,
sugar.
yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
she's missing some
Yeah.
ingredients.
And it's like, but that's drag. It's like you could be in a grocery store and it's
Yeah.
like, no, you could turn it out. You just need a little bit of drag.
Supermarket Supermodel. So, I'm gonna ask this question. Are you triggered, Spice? Is this triggering?
I mean, it wouldn't be triggering if the girls were sickening.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It wouldn't be triggering if they were giving. Because I'm over here sitting, I'm just like, I went home looking like I was giving you glam, attempted to. These girls don't even want to put on a damn wig.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. But here they're having to create these looks. What would you two have done in this situation?
I feel like it'd be too on the nose if I went to the spice section. You can't really do anything but like loose granules.
No, I have found Spice to be quite useless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
same.
I feel like I would kind of do something out of the box. Maybe get something weird like lettuce and just kind of like,
Girl.
you could glue lettuce, right? You could sew lettuce,
We
right?
don't need the skinny white bitch wearing lettuce. It's like really like you're just adding to the stigma. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Right.
I would be like, okay, what is the longest wig I have to cover up these shoulders? Let's really beat the mug so no one's really looking at the outfit.
So over.
But you can't find a wig in a grocery store. So what would you grab?
Pasta. You know what? We're gonna boil that stuff and
But
we're
you're gonna
gonna
boil
boil.
it and then add it?
Yeah, because you want to. I mean, that's what the girls' wigs look like nowadays, like a limp noodle. Now, Bianca, what items would you grab in the grocery store?
If I had to make an outfit or if I'm just doing some shopping?
Maybe a little bit of both. Like
little
your
bit, a little bit of
outfit,
both.
yeah.
You're gonna
fine.
eat and get your outfit.
Okay, so I would pick up some granola because I like to stay regular. I would get some oat milk because that's always tasty. I can't do regular dairy milk. No.
Almonds?
Almonds, possibly. They get stuck in my teeth and my teeth are fake. Then, when it came to the look, I would say some red beans.
A red bean.
Think about it. A red bean, every red bean is a different color. So if you glued all these red beans onto something, it would create a gorgeous textured look.
But what would you smell like?
What does it matter what I would smell like?
Oh,
People can't
right.
smell through the TV. If people could
Exactly.
smell through the TV, people would have a different opinion of Eureka.
Well, we didn't have to go there.
No,
But
we
we
did.
did.
So I need you to confirm this and let me know if this is true. I've heard that sugar is actually more of the sewer.
Yes. But you know, define sewer. My thing is
I mean, you sew, but I feel like we didn't even really sew before we went on Drag Race. We were just kind of.
Well, you really didn't do drag before you
Oh,
went
yeah,
on Drag Race
literally.
either.
No, we were. But
well,
it
we
was-
were the thrift store queens.
No,
like,
I called it flip side cracker drag, where you look cute from the front but not in the back. So it's like everything's nipped and tucked and everything, and
Yeah.
no one else. But on this show, you kind of have to be 360.
You do. Yeah. And that's not age. No offense to Kasha Davis.
well, bless her heart.
Yeah. But you are more of the sewer.
I am.
Yes. So as we can see, Miss Kasha Davis is not confident in her sewing. It is All Stars, so she should know better. But is there a trick to getting through this without actually knowing how to sew?
I feel like there definitely is a trick, and that trick is to just have style, know your silhouette, know what works for you.
You've seen Kasha, haven't you?
Oh.
You can get away with hot glue. You can do some creative stuff with it, but as you know, we've seen the episode, she gets into a little trouble later. Because sometimes a little too much is too much.
Honestly, after seeing the outfit, I don't think sewing was
The issue?
The issue. I don't think
I
that.
think we need a garbage can and hands to just throw it in.
And then there's our favorite, Jessica Wilde, and she's contemplating whether she should use diapers for her look.
I mean, that's smart just for, you know, the logistics of being on the runway because,
Right,
you know, like
please,
drag
no.
queens, you know, you gotta pee and
Yeah.
you're all zhuzhed back to Mars. So that's kind of nice. You could just be on the stage and just let it loose.
Oh wait, not wearing a diaper, like actually, I meant making a look out of it. No, I wear diapers all the time, I know what you mean. I meant as far as like turning an outfit from a diaper.
Diaper and good look in one set. It's just not.
You should use it for padding. Like, you use that to...
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I've been known to wear a diaper and people go, oh my God, it's and it's fierce. But with this, I was nervous for a minute because I'm thinking this is not gonna be the best way to go because it is white and we have a problem with white on camera. It doesn't always.
It just attracts so much light. The camera doesn't add
Oh, I
10
thought you were
pounds,
saying,
the
'cause
white
what
will.
if she makes an accident in the diaper and just...
No, I just meant that the diaper is all white and we know white does not look good on camera. I mean, look at Lucy LaDuca.
Oh,
well.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that Lala is concerned about this challenge and thinking about her past look, which was that bag look?
You would think that she would be nervous, but also it's kind of a lot to live up to. Because even a bad look, when it blows up like that and so iconic, it's like, you don't want to have just a mediocre look. Like, if it's gonna be bad again, you want it to, like, be horrible.
Well, do you think it could get any worse than that little bag look?
Probably.
Alexis seems to have a crush on Lala Ree.
I don't get drag queens that have crushes on their drag queens.
I don't
I'm
get
like,
it.
I don't want you, it's too much. I already have a twin drag queen, and then
Yeah.
you have to, no.
Yeah, you don't want to be bothered with
Like
it.
imagine getting home, taking off the wig, you're feeling a little crunchy, because I always say, give me 5 to 6 business days to look good out of drag again.
Oh, okay. And what day are we on today?
Well, yeah, maybe 3. But it's like, it's a turn
Well,
on.
Bianca, I'm curious, do drag queens ever hit on you?
Oh, God, they want me to get hit on and die. Yeah, that's what they want. And if anybody says, hey, I go, something's f***ing wrong with you. You're a freak. We also found out in the workroom that Miss Darian Lake admitted that she had never had a relationship. Now, I know this because I'm friends with Darian. Do you think it's interesting that someone of her age, who's been around, you know, also been doing drag for many years, has not found a special someone at some point in her life?
You know, I'm not shocked by that, and I like how she's
Being open
describing
about it.
because I feel like a lot of people, like if you're older and you're not in a relationship, they think, oh, you're gonna die old and alone. But it's like, what's wrong with being alone?
Oh,
Maybe, you know?
exactly. I'm more upset about the death part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of gonna f up my day.
I'd rather be single than be with a Dusty.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You tell me what a dusty is.
Yeah.
Well, Dusty is kind of just, you know, someone that you want to dust away. It's like they're dusty, and
Okay.
you know, it's
Dusty crusty.
yeah, and she's kind of smart. It's like the less relationships you're in, the less heartbreak, and the better you're gonna look.
And the less dust.
And the
Less
less
dust.
That's right. Now, I know on your season, there were a lot of queens that were happy to be safe when they weren't bitching and fighting to be in second place.
Right.
But here it is now. We've got Miss Candy Muse, who's been safe yet again. Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't think it matters if it's a good thing or a bad thing. What I want to get into is that blush. No, that's the more. But I'm like, the
That blush is
thing
okay.
I'm getting away is the blush.
Okay, listen. Let's talk. Now, you two are makeup queens, and you're obviously much younger than I am. But I'm curious, what do you think of the blush?
You know, I get where she's coming. It's like the new trend with these like high fashion models and stuff. But I was
Wait.
watching that.
High fashion models, not Candy Muse.
Well, no, she's a
Yeah.
no.
but, you
I
know,
think
She could model car covers. It's a different thing. My point is, as a drag queen, pink eye is problematic.
Right.
But she seems to be adding it higher and higher and forgetting about the rest of her face.
I think it's happening. I think it's like, it's multiplying. So like the girl, like maybe Miss, what's her name?
Alexis
Jan's mom?
Michelle?
Yes.
I feel like she's looking over at Candy and saying, oh, she's tapping into that blush brush. Let me get that too. So now I'm sitting here watching and then I'm like, oh, well, damn, do I need to get more blush? Like, am I like,
Interesting. It is pretty high up there.
Yes.
Yeah, but she's been safe, which is a good thing, I think, because I always looked at safe as something like, okay, I'm in the clear, I'm good. Eventually they'll get to me.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of thought, whew, less pressure, moving on. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Sasha on our season said, you know, everyone will have their time in the sun. And you know,
Unless you're Robin.
Right.
Oh, well,
Well.
you know, maybe that was a good thing. Because I feel like the messy girls, you see.
No, I always say, like, if you're really good for reality TV, that means you probably got a couple screws loose. So, it's a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a compliment.
Yeah. It's a shame it didn't work out for you two.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
A lot of bolts and screws. Hey, I tell you that.
Where are they?
You two can come back anytime. This
We're
is
not
fun.
sugar and spice.
love
We're
it.
bolt and screw. And holler.
And
Hot and hot. You know. just,
we're at the
yeah.
kitchen
Bolt and screw.
Yeah. Bolt and screw.
All right, bolt and screw. Are you ready to do these runways?
absolutely not.
Great, that's the attitude we like around here. All right, let's do it. Here we go. First up, we have Jimbo.
She's giving us body.
She
and
is.
I live.
I thought the first look was pretty creative. Normally, I'm not a fan of everything all white, but I think it's a great look. I liked it. I thought the fruity look was amazing because
I
as we
agree.
saw,
I
everybody
agree.
did literal
Yes.
fruit, and she just did fruity people as in gay.
I feel like just looking at Jimbo's fruity look alone, it's very like a little fruity in the booty, and I like that. But you have to say it like that.
Oh, say like what?
Fruity in the booty. It's very that, yeah.
And then her supermarket look, which was made of lettuce.
My mind.
Yes, yes.
It's like you watched the episode or something.
Yeah, do you like that look?
No.
Okay,
But
well,
I like
when
her.
there's a delayed response, that
Yeah.
usually means.
But you
Yeah.
know what? Like, my thing is, as long as you're happy with it.
As long as
you, like, I'm sure she executed the vision she wanted to execute. So how can we be mad?
Next up, we have Kahana Montrese. The cow look on the runway, this is the first one that we've seen. It's not my favorite look, it's all right. Then we've got the banana look, which we all
Yeah,
love.
sickening.
That's the
That's
lead
gorgeous.
single.
Yeah.
The other two, they're the filler
The
album,
album
tracks.
The lead single.
The lead single, yes. Miss
Okay.
Banana is bananaing.
The one she made out of the pool floaties, yeah, it's all right.
It's a 20-feeder.
A 20-feeder.
You know, from 20 feet away, it's sickening.
Yes.
That's a
Don't
good
get
way to
up
look at it.
close.
Yeah, that's basically my life in a nutshell. Next, we have James Mansfield. Did you like the first look with the cookie?
The first look I was on, but what saved it for
Wait,
me.
what were you?
On. But when she kind of like clapped it together and did that little thing, I was like, okay.
Yeah, the cookie
I kinda
crumble.
saw, yeah, the cookie crumble.
Yeah,
It
And
looks really pretty
in the second,
yellow
in the
look.
yellow look. She looks
Yes, that's her little lemon delight.
Little
And then
lemon
this third one, she decided to go with a housewife look, which, okay, is pretty impressive on one level because she created a whole look in a short period of time and actually made a garment. But did you really get grocery store from that, or supermarket, I should say?
I
kinda
got
just
sexy custodian. You know, like she's gonna come in with a Swiffer or what do you call it, a Lysol?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she's gonna like wipe down your windows, but do it sexy.
Got it, got it. So that's a yay, you like the look?
I would hire her as my sexy custodian, yeah.
Okay, we like that. Next up, we have Miss Candy Muse. Now, her hemlines are as high as her blush, as you can see. A lot of it is really, really short. The idea of the spilled milk I thought was good. I wanted a little more. I didn't understand the clear straps that were around her thigh.
Well, I think what would have saved it was, let's bring some of that crazy origami moment down to the feet. You're just looking at the top.
The red, it's all right. It was probably the least favorite. I'm lying. I hate the third one. I hate the one
You said
she
roll
made.
back.
Yeah,
whoa.
look at it. It reminds me, if you remember, the Jiggly Caliente hot baked potato look. Do you remember that?
We'll pretend like I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll
Well,
show
maybe
it.
my
it's a good
memory
thing.
is
Maybe
shot.
it's a good thing you didn't.
Yeah.
I'm in my Barbie dumb blonde era.
Yes.
The red look is everything.
You like the red look.
Yeah, it's
can
like
you see?
she's giving
Sugar has worse eyesight than me.
she's giving me
see
like
that.
the high fashion like
Like,
red
real.
crab. Like she made it into this like fashion moment. Like I
A
don't
red
know.
crab.
I
I
don't think
believe
crab-
she
Like
was
the
supposed
fur.
to be a cherry.
The fur was like
Okay.
oh, she's a cherry. Oh, I'm blind in drag. You put the contacts in the lash, it's like, you know, that's why my taste is
Okay, but I'll take crab cherry. And what'd you think of this foil look?
You know what? She probably loves it.
Next up, we have Miss Alexis Michelle.
It wasn't really giving me, it was kind of giving like Dalmatian tees. I was
Thought
getting
that
more
the spots
like,
were too small.
yes, a little Dalmatian.
Yeah.
Blueberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got the blueberry, which I think was a pretty eleganza look.
But doesn't it look like a dress she already had and then she stuck some berries on her head?
I live for that. She got the list and she said, which one of these outfits can I make work?
I'm with you on that.
And then the last look, I wasn't particularly a fan of the silhouette, but I will say I love the color story she did and kind of how she did the cream with the black. I think.
Yeah, the paper bag and the shelf liner. I thought it was a pretty basic look for the third one. Next up, we have Lala Ree, and here are her 3 looks. Before we go into these 3 looks, do you think that these outfits are at least a step up from the paper bag or gift bag look?
I mean, they're definitely not.
I think,
My thing is with the can I just let me just lay this down about that paper bag
Please.
look? There's, honestly, at the end of the day, this is Drag Race. It's all about being memorable. So there's really no negatives when it comes to that look because we're still talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, with her, they're not really memorable. So I feel
Yeah.
like she didn't
It's actually
conquer
worse.
that.
It's worse.
Ah,
actually,
I see.
feel.
because
Yeah.
they're just kind of like, she did the job. But my thing is like, she should have came out, well, I guess, imagine if they gave her the bags again, like round 2, girl.
Yeah. Okay, but the look that she made specifically.
Yeah.
There's no fantasy.
I don't. Is there a reason why she's not wearing? Like, am I miss? Is there a reason why?
Well, I think that was just her journey to not have the wig on and go for this.
It's
look.
a
Maybe
reference.
Maybe
Right.
it's just kind of a Grace Jones artistic, it's
Right.
a Miyake look. I think it's great. If the challenge is to be fashionable model, I could see that at Zara. Next up, we have Miss Darian Lake.
First look, again, I wouldn't have done all white.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like it always ends up lacking depth
Yeah.
and with the lights, so
Yeah.
The second look was amazing for the reveal moment.
The Fruity Tooty. Yeah, I thought it was a great reveal.
Yes.
I didn't expect that. I didn't see that coming.
What do y'all think about the last one?
The last one I didn't get. I don't remember what she made it out of, but it was probably the most lackluster of the looks that she had.
Well, you're more familiar with her than I. Is she known? Is she known as like a fashion queen? Or?
She's not known at all. Next up, Jessica
Our favorite.
Wild. I thought the whole cereal milk thing was genius. No one had done
Yes.
cereal yet. I
Yes,
thought it was a great look. Second look was very impressive because it was acai berries, which I was surprised she could even pronounce that. The acai berries was great, and her supermarket look looked like something just as good as her other looks.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe she made that for this episode.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
All these looks are so cute, and I especially like the last one that she made because she was kind of giving me a little sugar actually with the pink and the pastels.
looks pretty.
Yeah.
Next up, Mrs. Kasha Davis. Now, she did get much criticism for the first look, sour cream, but we didn't know it was sour cream until she told us it was sour cream. What did you think of it?
You know, that face should definitely be in the history books.
You just need to stop because you said, you know,
That
that face.
She was mean. That was the definition of mean mugging.
she was kind of giving goofy. She was coming from my goofy gig. She was like,
That wasn't goofy. That was possessed by a demon, sweetie.
she was like, well, suck
sucking
my
on
toes and call
some-
me sloppy. Like, she's telling a story.
What is
This
the story?
This is someone
That
she
things don't
started-
end well?
Wait, wait. Okay, the first look in the white dress is Cinderella at the ball. Second, she's in the pumpkin. She's kind of turning into something like an animal. And then by the end, she got ripped to shreds by the evil stepsisters.
Oh. That was a lovely
Her
story.
mind. She
Got
knew
it.
what she was doing.
You know what, Spice? You're really onto something.
I
You
think
really
I am.
are onto something.
Honestly, I kind of love the looks now.
Yeah, well, I liked her banana look, second banana look of the night, but I thought she looked gorgeous. The last look, what she says, she prefaced all of this by saying, I don't know how to sew. But I think it was a bit much, and I thought it was a cop-out when you go, oh, but I'm pretending I'm a big children's party piñata.
Right.
No. So, yeah, I thought rightfully so. She should have been in the bottom for that third look alone.
This is just as memorable as the Lala Ree bag look.
Oh, she's not going to be able to live this down.
No.
No. And our final gal of the evening, Heidi N. Closet. Thought the first look as like the little milk woman was a cute look.
No, it's so cute.
Strawberry was pretty inventive look as well. And her final look, I thought for sure she was gonna win with the Santa Fe ombre napkins. So which look of Heidi's was your favorite?
I love the milkmaid one.
I thought that was done well. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it was cute.
Just the way she was, I was fascinated by the way she was holding her hands.
Oh.
She was 1 second away from trotting, I feel like.
Oh. Well, those are our looks. Now let me ask you, I gotta ask you both, who had your favorite looks?
Honestly, I really loved Candy's crab cherry look.
My favorite look, I think just any of Jessica's.
I agree with Jessica's. I thought the presentation and package was best overall. So after the judges' critiques, the winner is Miss Jessica Wilde. Yay, Jessica! Congrats to you, Miss Jessica Wilde. In the bottom, we have Mrs. Kasha Davis and Darian Lake. Do you agree?
I mean, there really wasn't much other.
So there really were no other options?
Yeah, there was no, yeah.
Next, we found out the lip sync assassin is Miss Raja O'Hara. And they're going to perform Kim Petras' Coconuts. What did you think of that lip sync?
Honestly, I love a good gimmick. She lucked out with those titties and that song.
Oh, the titties for the showcase.
Well, my issue was, I feel like she should have done the reveal later on, so there's a little bit of build-up.
Okay.
A little bit of drama.
Yeah.
Because it was almost like she just revealed and it was just loosey-goosey, apple-goosey the whole time. She could have, you know, like, what's that? Foreplay. She could have used
foreplay,
that.
yes.
She could have, you know, like, been caressing and like showing that,
Well,
ooh,
this
what's under here.
is a children's show, right? Well,
Y'all were watching it.
Well, yeah.
I kind of felt bad for Raja because it's like I feel like once she saw her whip out the titty, she knew it was over.
Yeah, you can't compete with a titty.
You can't.
You cannot compete with a titty. Jessica wins the lip sync and $30,000. Yay! Titty power, titty power. Now she says she can buy some real ones. So we're excited for you, Jessica. And then it gets to the gritty. Jessica has to reveal the lipstick. And her lipstick shows she chose Kasha. But in fairness, not just because she's our favorite, but do you think she made the right choice? I think she did.
You know what? When I was watching it, I thought she wrote cashew. And I was like, what? Who's cashew? And I was like, oh, Kasha.
Well, to be fair, they're both salty.
I feel like she kind of gave her farewell song to the judges. She was sitting on that
She
stage.
knew. Yeah.
I feel like, so I wasn't really upset because I feel like she was fine with it.
I feel
Yeah.
like if you want to stay on also, you have to plead your case. You have to
The
get
actress
on
needs
your
to come out,
knees.
girl.
You have to
Get
ask.
oh, sorry.
Like, I'm sorry, if I was there, I would have been like, now who do I have to say? Who, like you know, like you have to go. You have to go and give it your all. You can't just be like, okay, girls.
I think she just wanted to state her case by saying thank you for having me because it is an amazing opportunity
Class act.
to get to go back, and she probably thought, you know what, let me wrap it up with a bow and say what I really feel. I don't think she was upset. I think she's probably disappointed.
Right.
So let me ask this question right now. I ask all of my guests when they are here, even though it is only episode 3, I'm curious to who you think will actually take the crown.
My obvious pick for a winner is
Yeah.
gonna be Jimbo at this point.
I think Heidi has a shot. I think she just has that natural thing. Like, she's just naturally a drag queen.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to put on, so I'm Team Heidi.
Right now, Jessica Wilde is my favorite. All right, we've come to the end of another episode of The Pit Stop, and I must say, Sugar and Spice, you did not disappoint. It was a pleasure having you both here, and I hope that you two return at some point, sometime in the future. Did you have a good time?
I had a lot of fun.
So much fun, oh my God. I was looking forward to hang out with you because I'm like, I just feel like in my mind, like I know you, but I don't know you.
No.
But I do, but I don't.
Uh-huh.
But now I do, but not really, but I do.
Yeah, that's correct. And just the one thing you should know is that this was not hanging out. This was Bianca making money. I will never talk to you again. And thank all of you for watching The Pit Stop, and make sure you join me next week where we recap another episode of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 8. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.
You know what I will say? The pit stop people, no one is safe here.
No one
the
is
crew
safe.
members, the lighting. I thought we were gonna be the ones roasted. No one's safe here.
Yeah,
No one is safe.
No one on set.
It's the third crew we've been through.
Yeah.
Same set, but third crew. Are y'all done talking so we can continue? I love doing that, and nobody said anything back. This is good. Okay, are we good to go, kids? Are you ready to do your job? Yeah, I'm ready to do my job.
Oh.
And apparently I have to do yours too. Shut the up on set.
Oh, hey, everybody, it's Michelle Visage. Do you want Emmy-nominated gay? Well, then subscribe to RuPaul's Drag Race on YouTube.